How's it digging, my shovels? This is Spade here, and today got a match against someone by the name of Soda Sword Fighter, and this is another OU battle with the team of Golurk and friends, and yeah, it was a pretty interesting match. So yeah, without further ado, let's go into the team preview and check what we got going on today. So first, when I saw the team, I was like, it's like a rain team, but then instead of Politoad you got Tyranitar, because Keldeo and Tentacruel and Jolteon are commonly seen on rain teams. Not that they wouldn't work without rain, but it was just kind of interesting to see at first. But the game plan was kind of just to whittle down the Tentacruel and the Skarmory for the Lucario, because those are the only things that are able to take a few hits if I don't do anything to them first. So that was kind of the game plan going into the match, and I decided I would lead with Terrakion, kind of just expecting the Tyranitar, but he leads with Keldeo, and both of us are kind of scared of this possible speed size, so I decided I would go into Celebi to pretty much counter him, and he decided he would go into his Skarmory to pretty much wall me. So yeah, that matchup, however, doesn't work out too well for me, so I'm just gonna switch out, go into my Rotom. And I didn't feel like going for the Volt Switch, even though that would be really great, but yeah, he has the Jolteon with the Volt Absorb, so I decided I would go for the trick, and he actually goes into his Tyranitar, and I get the Choice Band from him, so it's not too bad, because now at least he's not going to be that powerful, and this pursuit that he's going to go for is not going to kill me with the Choice Scarf that I gave him. So I do get to get out of dodge, and this does give me a good chance to go into Lucario and then set up a Swords Dance. It's kind of early, but it was just the perfect opportunity. And what's even better is that he goes into his Gengar, and my Lucario is a wannabe Scissor, so I do carry the Bullet Punch, and I get to knock him out. Definitely with the Sandstone damage, I don't need to worry about anything like Focus Touch or anything, so yeah, got to knock him out, get the surprise kill. I already have Hidden Power Ice on Landorus, and then Ice Punch on my Golurk, so I was like, hey, I don't want to Ice Punch on this thing, so I just gave Bullet Punch, and it works out nicely, especially against Gengars. And now in comes the Skarmory, and yeah, I don't have Stealth Rocks up, but I still wanted to go for the hits, because this Skarmory is kind of annoying setting up those spikes, so having it out of the way would be really nice, and he's gonna kill himself off with the Brave Bird Recoil, taking me out in the process, but that's fine, don't need to worry about Skarmory anymore, but that's a double knockout, and I go into my Golurk now as he goes into his Jolteon, and I thought I could take one hit, but turns out I just barely take it, and luckily he doesn't have Shadow Ball that would have been definitely taking me out, but he goes for the Hidden Power, and I get to take him out with the Earthquake. Didn't feel like setting up Stealth Rocks because he still has the Tentacruel, and Earthquake hits everything on his team really hard now that his Skarmory is gone. But however, he's going to be able to track me with his Tyranitar again and take me out with the pursuit. But I'm just going to go into my Landorus right now, and the U-turn is pretty delicious, but I decided I would just go for the Earthquake because his Skarmory is gone, and everything on his team is now grounded and hit really hard. If he stays in, he dies. If he goes into Tentacruel, he dies. If he goes into Keldeo, that is hit really hard. And this damage on Keldeo is definitely appreciated, since it's kind of just switching in and out a lot, and yeah, I do need to wear it down with chip damage if possible, and that Earthquake is definitely gonna aid me in that goal of wearing down this Keldeo. And yeah, I'm just gonna go into my Celebi now. He does go for the save Hidden Power Ice, and yeah, it doesn't really do much to Celebi because I am specially defensive, and the fact that he can't really do much of anything to me it is pretty obvious that he's gonna switch out, so I'm just gonna go for the U-turn right now. That's also the reason why I didn't go for it earlier, because I kind of wanted to keep it a secret, because it wouldn't do anything to Skarmory anyways with leftovers and all. So yeah, just gonna U-turn out of there and get out of the pursuit trap, and now I can go into my Landorus again, but now the difference is that after his Keldeo taking a huge amount of damage from the prior EQ, he has nothing to take one, so he is forced to sack something, and he feels like Tyranitar is the best thing to sacrifice. So yeah, he's gonna go down, and he's only able to get a bit of damage with the Stone Edge, and now, however, he's gonna go into Keldeo, and now I have to kind of sack something, so I go into my Rotom because I didn't feel risking Celebi taking a powerful hit, and that was a crit Hydro Pump after all, so yeah, just decided to play it safe because Celebi is going to be the key player of for me to win this match, and because I can pretty much wall his Tentacruel and his Keldeo, and Rotom was kind of low on HP, and it's not gonna be able to outspeed Keldeo anyways because I kind of got rid of the Choice Scarf earlier. So yeah, gonna go for the Giga Drain. It turns out he has Liquid Use with the Tentacruel, but it's not really a big deal whatsoever. And now I'm just gonna go for the Recover just to get back to full health, as he's gonna go for the layer of Toxic Spikes, and I don't think he's gonna be setting up any more layers, and that's actually a really good play on his part because it is kind of late game already. So one layer is gonna be doing like more damage since it's not gonna be racking up at all, and you know, these last turns are kind of crucial, and there is most likely going to be a lot of switching. So yeah, I think it's a good play on his part that he didn't waste any more time setting up more layers. But anyways, I decided I would go for the Parry Song because I just basically want him to switch out into that Keldeo, and I kind of want him to do that on my terms. And I decided I would go for the Giga Drain, even though he has the Liquid Use, because you know, it's still not really doing much of damage. And if he wants to switch into his Keldeo like earlier, you know, then I might be able to catch him on the switch. But this basically just means that I can pressure him into staying in, and when the parries count goes to 1, then I can just U-turn out of there on my own terms and get a bit of damage to him. And yeah, this is again the process of wearing down the Keldeo with the chip damage. And yeah, I still didn't, would have been delicious to go for the Giga Drain like right here, but I didn't want to lose my Celebi because the best thing I have for this Tentacruel is again my Celebi. So I just decided to go for the U-turn and at least get a bit of damage, and his own Sandstorm is definitely wearing him down. And at this point I decided I would just risk the speed tie that we already had going on earlier, because he is most likely Choice Scarfed and my Terrakion is Choice Scarfed, so I'm gonna go for the CC right here. But Terrakion loses the speed tie, and that's a bit of unfortunate, and Terrakion is kind of like a bad luck Terrakion. Things are not really looking good for Terrakion, all the Stone Edge misses and everything. But anyways, this Celebi is going to be the key player, and this Keldeo only has one more hit left in him before he goes down to his own Sandstorm. So I'm just gonna go for the U-turn right here, as he either stays in and loses his Keldeo, or then he's gonna go into his Tentacruel, and then I'm gonna be able to go into my Landorus, which should be able to take one hit from him regardless, because yeah, after leftovers I'm at green health. I'm a pretty healthy Landorus here, Kitty Cat Landorus, and I should be able to take one Scald, even though I think I'm running the Naughty Nature, which is minus special defense because I'm packing the Hidden Power Ice. But I should be able to take one hit, which I do, and then retaliate with the Earthquake. I do end up getting burned, but it doesn't matter at this point because Kitty Cat Landorus still has enough of a punch to take him out with Stab and super effective things. And yeah, I do take him out with the Earthquake, and now his last Pokemon is the Keldeo, and he's gonna be able to take out my Kitty Cat Landorus with the HP Ice, but due to his own Sandstorm, he is going to go down this turn, and I do still have my Celebi left. So that will be the game. So, thank you for watching, hope you guys enjoyed, and again, Golok didn't really get to do too much, but maybe next time. Maybe next time. And yeah, got really nothing special to really ramble about, so yeah, thanks for watching, and until that next time, this is TheFlamingSpade, signing out. Peace.